It is late afternoon. I think it's about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and my neighbor upstairs, they are not at home just now because I have started to turn off my internet. And yesterday I saw that it says that I had a guest on internet. So that's how they enter into my internet, and the internet have been uh, going down every second minutes, uh, and I have to troubleshoot the internet, my computer. I have checked all my equipment in the home. It's not there the problem is. So I think it's some kind of program the hackers use. It was not on my computer, but on my telephone. It suddenly pop up a program telling me. It was not a program, it was a message that say that I was holding a guest on internet, on my internet, my private internet. So there is some kind of programs they can place, so they kidnap the internet in some parts. And I have told my new provider, because I have to change the provider for my internet because they didn't help me. So this one is helping me, and I have paid for a program that stop hackers to come in. But as I have said before, that because I have working with computers half of my life, since I have had a computer since 1978, and I was on internet started in 1994, so I know these things. And what I know is that those hackers, those scam things, thieves on internet, they are always a step ahead from this that do this program, and already almost in the start of this antivirus programs, I say that those virus is created of those that create antivirus program, because they need to hold it up. They need to have their work going on. If they should be stopped on virus, then they don't have a job to do. So they create the virus. And so that's why they are always a step ahead. And then they create the code for to stop themselves. They stop the virus that they have created first, and then they make antivirus for it. So what can we do? That's how it's gonna be. Continue. It have been for almost since 1994. There were not many people that was criminal in that way. It was most people have. It was people that are rich, that sit in the government, and I was friends to those people. It was not ordinary people that was on internet in 1994. So the virus didn't come in that time. It was when it's be a common tool for all people that could have internet. That's when we start to get the virus. And I was in a class for learning how to build computers and build internet, the LAN work inside, and I work with this with a connection in our city, the internet for the city. I work there, so I have been in very much of this, and I forget what I should say about it. But anyway, today I got the money in the morning I got the money for that someone have given me. I think, I don't know who it is because it doesn't say anything. It have no names on it, so it's blank. So I don't know who it is, but you know who you are. If there is any listener here that send me money, or is it can also be like God doing something. I'm thinking about this when I left United States, when I was homeless in United States, and I was hunting of the Muslim family. The man, he was a financial manager for U.S. Airways, and I understood that he had placed a stop, a notice that if I come on the airport and wanted to fly back to Sweden, they should stop me, and he should come and take me to the police because I ran away from them, and that they didn't accept it, that I ran away from them. They wanted me to be married to a Muslim and stay with them and continue to be their slave, but I ran away from them. And on the airport, when I should check in my luggage, and it was on the table, my luggage, and I show my passport, and the woman say it's okay, and I gave the passport back to me, and then I go to the luggage, and when I come to my luggage, the woman that have a look at my passport, she say, come back, is something going on here? She say, come back. And I have to give her my passport, and then she looked down in her computer, and it was not there what was being written there. So something was it to hold me back, to not could leave United States, was there on her computer. But God erased it. And that's what he did when I should go fly to Utah, and I was in Canada, in Toronto, and then I should go take a flight to United States, and I have soil with me, and I didn't know that it was forbidden to have soil with me. I read it when I was waiting for the go on the airplane. I read it, and I wrote it on a paper that I should check what I had with me. And I wrote that I have soil with me. And they took the paper, and the paper never show up. They never questioned me what I had in the ledges. And when I come to a man opened my luggage, but in the same time he wanted my fingerprints, and he wanted to take a picture of my face, and it didn't work. The computer didn't work. It didn't work to do fingerprint, and it didn't work to take my picture, and then he had to let me go because the airplane was leaving. So he closed my luggage without looking at it, and say, "You have to run to the airplane. He's leaving now." So that was God was doing. So I know He can. I can tell you more example of what when God had taken away things, erase things, and sometimes He had placed churches in front of me where I should go in, and those churches have helped me, and I have not seen any churches around. It have only been one in a place where it's many churches, and it's only one church I see. So it's if God is with you, if God is with you on your side, He can do many things that man can't do. God have all the control in the world, in the universe. He have all controls. And so I go and I take my scooter and got my money. And this time, last time I exchanged my Swedish money to Israel shekel money, but this time I exchange it to American dollar. It's always good to have, and then I don't store money inside my home. That's stupid to do, and I should never trust anyone and trust any person with the money. But there is things to do that is outside the home, and I have like a bank box with key, and I only go in there, and the bank want to see my ID, and then I have the money there, and whatever I have that I am take care of, but it's not many, as I have been robbed from everything that is of value. I don't have any gold at home because it's have been stolen, and when I come back from United States as homeless, I gave all the gold to my daughter, and she was robbed. So there is no gold in my home, and there is no money in my home because I am wise enough to bring the money into a place outside my home. If someone coming in here and try to find it, there is nothing. And I have paid 2 rents for this apartment, because when I am in Israel, it's going to be 2 rents I have to pay. So that money I have got from someone, it's always God that have given. Those money have been to my rent, to 2 month rent, and then I have paid for my airline ticket. So there is not much money that is in cash. I have placed them in to pay the bills for those 2 months that I am away. So even if you are in Sweden and you think I have lots of money, I'm not stupid. I have spent them. I have spent them wisely. I have paid 2 rents and I have paid the airline ticket, and I have placed in other bills that I had. So there is those money I have left over in cash. They are placed in the bank in a box. We have that, and I have had that before when I have been a wealthy person, and then I had a bank box for my belongings. So I have had it before, and my mother had it also. So that's something that is in the mindset, that you don't place the money inside your home. Now I hear the neighbors are coming back from the store or where they were. I told you that I am going to that I should tell you if something happened. You know, it was an archangel here for 2-3 episodes ago, and the archangels told me about this spyware that was placed on me in year 2000 and make it so very hard for me be homeless in United States and not get any help at all, not get any real friends, no, nothing. And that was on me to take away all these positive things from my life. And it happened something after she was here and was talking, that she took away this like a glue on me that was like a spyware, where the evil could find me the whole time and knowing what I'm doing. And it happened. I think it's gonna happen more things. But the first that happened was that my doctor called me. And she told me that she had, sounds as raining, very hard rain come suddenly. It was so very warm weather, so I expect it to be a thunderstorm now. The doctor said that she gave me medicine for my pancreas illness. The medicine I can take how many I want to take. And she say, I'm going to tell your local doctor, a local healthcare doctor, that she should not question you because you want the medicine, that you should not have any limit on that medicine, that help me to digest the food I eat. I don't get so much enzymes to digest the food. So I need medicine for that. And I got from the doctor in the hospital a medicine receipt for that. And then I got the local doctor also wrote a receipt for me to take out very much medicine. So I am okay with the medicine when I travel to Israel because it's so much medicine I got. And then the doctor said to me that I don't need to do any MRT scan on my pancreas, she said, because it's have not changed. It's the same scars I have on my pancreas, and those scars, that is scars from when I was homeless in United States, because it was so dangerous for me. I have weapon on me. I have a knife on my throat. I was kidnapped. I was locked in a home, and I have a pistol on me. I have a bullet that the man say it had my name on the bullet, and I was raped and robbed and everything. So that I have talked about this with the pancreas, that it got so much stress, and the stress make it to the body, not me. In my brain was not thinking like that, but the body react that I have to run from, escape from these evil things going on. And when you got this very, very much fear, when you have someone standing with a gun pointed at you and you don't know if you are going to get a bullet in your head or not. You don't know what he or she is going to do with you. And then you have this, the blood is going out in the arms and in the legs, and some in the brain also. It's boiling in your brain to what should I do, like that. And the arms and the legs is prepared to run away. So it gives blood to the legs and the arms, and some to the brain to figure out what to do. And so the organs in my body didn't get the fluid of blood in it. It's dry. It was dry because the blood needed for other parts of my body, and that's why my pancreas go bad. But I do not do it on my own. It's the spirits that is coming here that make me could rest. And I know that I am loved of heaven. I have a real family in heaven that I never had here on earth, but I have a spirit family that was before, because I have been born not many times, but sometimes in some generation I have been born again, and I always have been a church religious leader, and I always have been a man. And this is the last time. Last time I be born again into this planet. It's the first time I was a woman to be a leader. I have been a male leader in many generations. It was someone telling me was a druid, like a ruler, leader, a king of the druids, and in 600, year 600, and I can see it in my DNA that there is from England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and all parts of England. There is my DNA. So that is said, and I have talked about this tribe Franks. They were early. They were in Jesus' time in Israel because Jesus was married. Jesus' child was married to a princess of the king of Franks, and they come up to here to France and England, and then they go to Germany, so of some reason is it like the real test going on now, because I have learned from those be born again. I don't talk about what the church talking about born again, but come back to this planet. I have been male leader, always a religious leader, and I have learned from every time I have been here on this planet. That's why I have been a church leader. It doesn't matter that I heard you saying that you didn't believe. You laugh at me now, but it doesn't matter. God heard you laughing also, and that is on you. That's everyone have responsible on what you think. If you deny or if you accept what I'm saying, it's not on me, it's on you, and you will be a judge in the heavenly court upon how you are thinking about what I'm saying. If you receive or not receive, that's not on me, that I have done bad things to you, that you should be like a hell for you in the heavenly court. It's you, because you decided to laugh at me and say that this is bull, like that. And I heard you, and God heard you, of course, more than me. And I was sent from heaven that you say this. It's a man, it's not a woman that was saying this. And a young man, so yeah, I forgive you for that, laughing at me, but you will hear it in the heavenly court one day. And I can't force anyone to believe. And so it's now I dropped again. I have a spirit here. It has when I dropped I don't remember what I'm going to say next. It's because it's spirits coming, and it have been on me almost since I started this recording. And is this mix of man and woman. So the spirit have no gender. So I can't tell if it's man or a woman that is here. But I see the clothes of a body, and that's dark brown, long, and to the floor is the clothes. But I can't really tell if it's a female or a male clothes on it. And the spirit is saying, I have been working hard. So it's not really wealthy like it was before. Some wealthy people have worked hard, but the clothes there is dark brown clothes, so it should not be filthy. It should not showing stain on it. So that means they were working hard, and they're working with soil, and it's saying the spirit, it was a farmer, female or male farmer, and it's about this to put the effort you do today into good soil. It's what the spirit are saying, and it's to what is it in English, that word, to be not only prepared but be like a forerunner for these things that will take place in your life. It's talking about you that listen. It's you have lived. The spirit is saying this, not me. The spirit is saying that you have lived more like in the pocket with the money and out from the pocket almost the same day. You have never stopped, and you have never stopped and thinking what you should do with the money you have got. And she is saying this, spirit is saying that it's not only about money. You have got the gifts. You have got the gift of, you are a talent person, but you have never take care of it. So it's not only about money, it's about how you see your future. And many of you don't look at the future. You don't want to know the future. So in that way you never store up or prepare you or a forerunner into what can happen, that you feel you get the message from heaven, but you don't receive it, you don't take it and do it, what they are saying to you. But now they are saying this to you through me, that you should, you have so much talents and you waste it for something that is only temporary. That you have talents that could help many people, make people happy, and make people to be in peace and not be worried about things. And it's a picture of a nurse, is it? I don't know if it's the profession is nurse, but the nurse is symbolic for someone that take care of people. That's what hurting people not need to be bleeding in the body, but bleeding in the heart. And you have these talents and you don't use it. That's what the Spirit is coming through. I trigger maybe this with a saying about the soil that they're in Canada, maybe. But she took it and talking about to place those things that you have got from God in nice soil, not to waste it, and don't place it in soil and light, so thieves and people can come and pick it up and take it from you. You have to be careful with your talents, what the gift you have got in life, and you need to. The Spirit is talking very much to you now. That the Spirit is saying that you have to think deeper, pondering on it. What was given to you from the start that you have forgotten because you have run with the flow with all these people and listened to what the people have told you, what you should do and say and working with, and you have not listened to your inner voice inside you, what you had from the start that you run away from. That's the Spirit is telling you these things. And maybe is it that some people is giving me this money on the bank. I don't know how they do it. I have my bank account number on one on my website. I don't know if it's the Swedish website or the English website. I have it, and maybe they have find it there and give me money because they have been healed of what they hear. And it's not my work, it's the work I get from heaven. It's heaven that talk about healing, and it's the spirits that coming here and heal you. It's not me, but I am going to Israel and I don't have that money. So I always say it's okay not to pay me for the work I do, but give me a donation, support me so I can do those things that God wants me to do. I know I get it in some way, but it can be in the end of it that I maybe can't stay at the hotel for 2 months. I have to do something else. I have to beg to be there in Israel. And what I think it can happen is that they see that I don't have money and I don't have the support. And then I can't come into Israel. And then I can't fulfill what my ancestors, what heaven want me to do in Israel. That I should take them back to Israel. My DNA should come back to Israel. Because more and more I get in the DNA, I find out they were all the church leaders in all kind of belief systems. They were, but all of them is targeting Israel. They want to come to Israel, all of them, and that's the work you are doing. If you send the money, it's not for me to spend it for my life. It's to spend the money for my ancestors that is connected to you also, their life in Israel as a DNA life in Israel. So I thank you for the spirit that come and talk. It was important words she or he was saying. It was both gender was it in the spirit. So it was truly a spirit, because it have no gender. So thank you for listening, and I maybe did forget what to say, but there is more episodes to recording. I love you, and God loves you also. Thank you for listening.